It's a new day on the wet coast. It's not raining. I'm happy about that. It's early January and I'm actually starting a new project called Forge. Probably not what you think the name means, but got the trailer loaded up, got the old F-150 ready to go, and I'm headed to Port Alberni to pick up a parts truck. Well, there she is, right there, just in front of that big yellow truck. That's the one. 1998 Dodge Ram 2500 V8. It's got the 390, oh sorry, the 5.9 360 in it. And I just need to get this thing loaded onto that thing. I'm going to swap out this back tire first so it'll roll on easier. Well, she's loaded up and strapped down, and with a bit of luck, everything will be fine. It turns out I didn't have a lug wrench big enough for the lug nuts on this wheel, so I just dragged it on with a flat tire. This is a very, very long truck, and it just barely fits on my trailer, but all goes well. I'll have a easy journey home, and I'm just gonna take my time. Ah! Jesus, that guy's close. The old girl's working hard. It's a hell of a hill and I'm being passed by everybody. I'm doing 50 kilometers an hour. Alright, now the next thing I need to do is get this beast unloaded off the trailer, but before I can do that, I'm going to unstrap it and I've got to figure out that back tire. I'm going to jack it up. I'm going to put a ratchet strap around it, see if I can get it inflated. Make it a lot easier for me to actually get it towed up the back of the property here. It's in gear and in 4 low, so it shouldn't go anywhere when I jack it up. And if it does, it's going to be some exciting YouTube, right? The inside of the tire is still on the bead, but the outside has popped off. So what I'm going to try and do is squish the tire with a strap, get it close enough that some air pressure will pop it back on. Sometimes it works. I'm not going to get a very good seal on this, so there's no point in even hooking the air compressor up to it. So plan B, starter fluid and a light. I don't condone this method. You should not try this at home. This can be mildly dangerous. If you do try this method, and I'm saying you shouldn't, remove the valve stem first so the overpressure has a place to go. Probably lessens the chance of blowing the tire up in your face. You may lose some hair. It's not going to be a problem for me. It might be for you. Look, singed hair. But didn't get a chance to seat the bead. It's still too far away from the actual rim. I might be able to do it with the compressor. That's exciting when it does that. Unfortunately, this truck's a non-runner, so it's not like I can just turn the key, start the engine, and drive it off the trailer itself. So I'm going to use the winch that I installed on this flat deck trailer. If you're interested in that video, I've got a link in the description. You may actually see it up in the corner here somewhere, depending on what device you're watching this on. But what I've done is I've got the cable hooked to the tow hook here, running under the truck to my snatch block there, and that's going to pull the truck backwards. The truck does have brakes, so it shouldn't get away from me, and it's not going to go down very far. It's just going to go to the end of the driveway. Let's see what happens. One thing I do wish I had was a longer control cord. Yeah. We'll have to steer it a little bit to this side. Oh, this is going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to leave it in gear. I'll leave it in reverse. It's a stick shift, so I can do this with it. Well, that's no good. So the controller for my winch got wedged into the corner between the mirror and the door frame, and it tore the wires right out. Fortunately, I can see the colors of the insulation on there. I'm just going to go repair this now. I think I'm going to solder them and then finish this job up. Stuff happens. All right, I got the winch fixed. Just soldered the connections back on. Works fine. I'm going to get this thing unloaded because it's starting to get dark, although you may not see that on the camera. Anyways, finish this up without wrecking the control again. I forgot to put the pins in the jack stands, so the back end of my truck is literally off the ground right now, which is why the trailer is being pushed forward. Well, gotta finish this up, I guess. All right, that beast is unloaded from the trailer with minimal damage. I'm not going to bore you. I'm just going to tow it up the back of the property and just store it there for a while, because tomorrow I have to use this trailer to go get part 2 of this project that I'm working on. All right, it's another day. It's time for part 2 of this particular adventure, where I drive out to Vancouver to pick up part 2 of this project, which is going to be necessary for it. The weather's not cooperating. It's raining pretty hard, and that's okay, because I'm going to be driving the truck for the next 6 hours. I brought a spare F-150 with me. If you look closely, you can see it on the trailer there. Just my good luck charm. Also means I'm hauling something with this empty trailer on the ferry. Time to get going. Woohoo! Driving montage!
People have asked me why I called it Wet Coast Fabrication or Wet Coast Fab. Well, there's your answer right there. I do. Also, if you can't see, I'm towing a trailer. Okay. You do that.
All right, made it to the ferry terminal, no problem. Now just wait for the sailing. So you probably heard a little meowing going on in the background, and that is because I had to have my little kitten, well, she's not much of a kitten, I think she's 13 years old now, in the carrier case with me. In spite of all the noise, she does actually like to travel with me. But I have to keep her in the carrier, because if I don't, she likes to get on the accelerator and go really fast. Also, I could get in trouble with the cops. Say hi, Kiki. Oh, nope. Now she got to check everything out. Time to board the ferry to Vancouver. I'm on a boat.
2 hours later.
All right, it's time to get off this boat and drive the 40 minutes into Vancouver to where the second part of this project is parked. Welcome to Vancouver.
Surprised it's not raining.
Huh. I think something's janky with my oil pressure sender, my oil pressure gauge, or my oil pump. Oh well, one more thing to fix. Well, it's a little dark and there's a lot of traffic, but I've arrived where the truck is. Got everything ready to go, so it's time to get her loaded up. But first, let me show you what it is that I'm taking back to the island. A 1950 Ford F1. She's in really good shape. Not a lot of body rust. There's a few little dents here and there on her, and a bit of rust in the floorboards that have been patched at some point in the past. And you can see there's been some obvious repairs made, and there isn't really much of a bed. Now, before you at me about wrecking a pristine 1950 pickup truck, I do want to point out that at some point in the past, somebody replaced the original flathead V8 that was in this truck with a more modern 302 and converted it to an automatic transmission. So she's already been bastardized. Hopefully I'm just going to make her a little bit better. Time to get her loaded. I didn't forget the pins in my jack stands this time. Okay, she's all loaded up. I am just going to strap her down, make sure she's on there good and tight, and hit the road again. Fits on there like a glove.
The next day.
Well, I finally got the old girl loaded up pretty late last night, so I've decided to stay the night in Vancouver. She's all ready to go. Of course, it started to rain again. It's time to turn this clown show around and catch a ferry back to Vancouver Island. That guy's following close. And here I thought I was carrying something heavy and large. Into the maw of the beast. Well, I just made it onto the sailing. It was a possible wait. I'm really happy. So now I'm going to spend the next 2 hours sitting upstairs on the ferry.
2 hours later.
And here we go. 2 hours later, getting off the ferry. It's wild out there today. Well, it's done. I got the old girl home, safe and sound. So ends a fun little road trip to get 2 pickup trucks to make 1 pickup truck. So that's the intent. Anyways, thanks for watching. Like the video if you do. Subscribe if you enjoy my channel. I will see you in the next video.